Hey guys, MUR-LOCK 68. Hope everybody's doing well. So I thought I'd bring back this broken spinner that I talked about in the last video. Strange findings so far. You can disassemble it 90%, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So basically the collar's held on by the two set screws there. You loosen them up, you pop that off. Then you've got your very strong spring that has two ends on it. The one end sits on the inside of the collar right there. So that sits there. The second end locks into place in a hole that's, I don't know if you're going to be able to see that, right at the top inside there. I'm sure you can see it right there. And what else is there? One thing I did not prepare, of course, and now I have no clue where it is. Okay. So this here has a pin that holds the lever in place. So you just punch that out. And that's where I believe the problem is. The one thing so that's your pin that holds this in place, and this is where the fun begins. So you have your spring and I'll show you this. Can't get it to focus, of course. It's gonna be one of those days. Well, can't get it to focus there for whatever reason. So when you press that down, this rod sits in a groove in the shaft, and from what I can see, you can see that it's passing. So I was expecting that, okay, the rod broke, but there's no way in hell that that rod broke. There's no loose pieces inside here, so once you wind it, you have a groove on either end. Right there, and I don't know why I can't get this phone to focus today. There you go. So you have one on that side and one on that side. And the only thing I can think of right there is that groove is worn, because it doesn't look like it's very deep. I thought that a portion of the rod had broken off, but that's not the case. And you cannot pull this entirely out. You can loosen this, pull this collar off. You can loosen this, pull that collar off. But the rest of it is molded right in there. and will not come off. So you put your spring in, pop that in there like that. You can see that it's locked in place, but then it kind of isn't. Right there it is. And I've been trying to figure it out, and the only thing I can come up with is that the groove that goes into, I just discredited that theory as well. That groove is deep. There's no way in hell that that's missing. And I can't find any loose parts in here. If it had broken off, it would have been inside. And like I said, you can't pull this out. This is molded. But there is the only thing I can think of, and that would be funny, is if this rod is not truly the full length and they molded it into place and it pushed in, but it looks pretty solid. And I guess I was correct. Isn't that funny? So you saw that live, guys. You saw that result live. So let's see if this is going to work. You're going to pop that in there. Okay. We're going to pop that back on. The question is, let's put this in just for the sake of argument. Why they wouldn't make that the full length to allow no chance that that rod could drop back into the mold is beyond me. Okay, so now you can see that I possibly, okay, so let's test this out, guys, and see if we are able. That was the only thing that I could come up with. Now I have to, for the life of me with this mess here, I don't know where the brand new one is that I just used. It could literally be anywhere here. How stupid does that sound? There it is. I do have the Allen wrench here. So we'll tighten this up to keep that collar on. And so that's hilarious. So that potentially could happen again from what I can see. So that's what's going on there, because it now dropped back in to place. And there's no longer locking. So let's punch this out again. what's going on here. Pull that out, pull that out. Yeah, and that's exactly what happened. So that's pushed in. And that position, it just doesn't reach the groove that it's supposed to sit in. Yeah, it just doesn't reach. So you could pull this damn thing right out. Yeah. You can pull it right out, guys. You can pull it right out. It's just basically glued into place, which doesn't make sense to me, is why it wouldn't be the full length. So that's full length all the way to the back. We're going to pop that in there. We're going to put that in there. See, it catches now. So it looks like it can be fixed if I tinker around with it. Whether or not it's worth it, I don't know. So I thought I would update you guys like I promised. Like I said, you can disassemble it at about 90% or so. So still not, seems to be working okay. I spoke too soon, and it's back to its issues. Yeah, that's very strange. If I hold it and press it here, it locks. So in a pinch, you could probably don't understand that. Yeah, it's just missing it, which means that the hole that the rod is inserted in might be longer than the rod itself, and the rod pushes weight to the back, which is crazy. That's such a simple. So if that theory is correct, I would need a rod that's like literally, I don't know, less than a quarter inch or an eighth of an inch longer than the rod that's in there. This way, when I press it all the way back in, it's going to be in the right position. So that's where we're at, guys. I thought I'd bring it back. And that's what I've found so far. If I do fix it fully, I'll demonstrate it in another video. Because right now it's just not locking again. But I bet you it will lock if I pull the pin out. I bet you it will lock again if I pull this pin out one more time. So what does that tell you? It tells you to stop buying Chinese. That's what it tells you. That's what it tells you. Let's pop that spring in place. Let's get the switch in place. Let's see what happens here. See that? Yeah. It's very strange. And the rod is actually tapered on both sides. I couldn't get this to focus before, and it's not going to focus now again. I don't know why. Unbelievable. Nope. Yeah, I can't get it to focus. There it is. Both sides. So, sorry for the long video, guys, but that's where we're at with this. I mean, I've got a new one, but it's a shame that this thing, I mean, the premise of it is so simple. But what's happening with it is strange. See that? It's just grabbing. So that's where we're at, guys. Patience, practice, perseverance. I thought I'd give you an update on this busted sprinter. Got a new one, but I won't chuck it out just yet. I'll follow up again if I fix it. Stay well, and thanks for watching. Hey guys, MUR-LOCK 68. I'm back. I couldn't leave well enough alone. So a little longer the video. I gave you my opinion on what I thought it was. So what I did was I took it all apart again to that point, and I literally dropped a master wafer inside the hole. So inside the hole where the steel rod was here. Then put the rod back. Without failure. So these bastards, to save on that much rod, they hot pressed it in place with glue or whatever, and the rod shifted literally that much. I can't show you the size of the master wafer, but I'm telling you, take your thinnest master wafer, and it was about 3 times or 4 times the thickness of that, and without failure. Patience, practice, perseverance, guys. I'll test it out on a video shortly, and we'll see if it works, but no doubt. Thanks for watching, guys. Chinese repair.